So hey, good day. This is Satara. From Satara's Love. So I want to give a shout out to my current subscribers, past subscribers, and my new subscribers. So when I get done, if you see anything you like or hear anything you like, rather, more hearing, um, just click the bell. It should be located somewhere. Subscribe so you can get some of these updates. Some of them may be for you. So I'm on my um, morning ride. So I rode my bike, obviously. Um, and I was sitting here and I was thinking about some of the things that, I've been going through as being a human being on the planet. So as you can see, the water's behind me. So I wanted to have a tranquil sound or tranquil area. I wanted to be in a tranquil area. So one thing that popped up most definitely within the past week for me, um, people are not your fixer-uppers. So, you're going to renovate your house. Sometimes when you go to renovate, you find things in there like mold or, you know, you need to expand an area. You need to do all these things in order to make it better to, if you're going to fix it up. Um, Fixing things up, sometimes things end up breaking apart, and then you have to do even more work than what you even initially started out with. But more importantly, on this conversation, people aren't your fixer upper. So, I'm reading Assertiveness for Earth Angels. I've had the book forever. I've skimmed through it. I've read some of the chapters. So now I'm going back and reading even more things that I believe that I missed. So, so if I have to say, how many fixer uppers have I, initially tried to do? Because I was considered to be what people call a people pleaser. Um, you know, I I got good at being a fixer upper. I for whatever reason, because of the things that I've had to deal with in my past, and growing up as a kid, the things you've been told, I've had to take it out of my DNA, my Dana. I had to take that crap out. So, anyway, I'm gonna give you an example. So, I knew this kid since she was like, I've known this person since they were really young. They were a teenager. They had their own issues and all that great stuff. Um, and when this person had some issues, I decided I was gonna be a help, you know, helping. Um, After they told me what their problems were or what their issues were, I was just like, you know what, I could help this person out. They seem like they ready to do some things, and sometimes when you're helping people out, or you're thinking that you're gonna help people out. Sometimes you're in your ego. Sometimes you're like, you're thinking that you're doing this because it makes you feel good. First of all, to help other people, and I say assist them. At that time I was saying helping. Now I say more like assist. But before, when I was helping, um, yeah, you can borrow my car. Oh, you need to do laundry? Yeah, you can borrow my big car. Oh, you need to go on vacation? You ain't never had you ain't never had a honeymoon with your honey. Bring me all the kids. Yes, all of them. And I will watch them while you gone. Or, I'm coming to your place. You don't have a car to go out of town in? You could use my car. I'll be here and babysit your kids. Wait. You heard that? Like, you heard that. You heard what I said? You heard what I said. You never had a honeymoon. I never had a honeymoon. So I'm thinking about myself while I'm doing this. I'm thinking I'm helping. I give up the car for the whole weekend. I'll babysit the kids the whole weekend. You ain't got to worry because the kids is with me, because I'm not into doing no crazy stuff. And the kids gonna be all right. We're gonna do what we need to do. But I just started seeing things that weren't for me in the relationship. You know? You gotta understand that when you consider yourself to be a helper, you gotta look at these red flags. You know, this young lady was not my personal project, as I thought, you know? She wasn't my personal project. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't in a good enough space. First of all, let's just check the me part. I was not in a good enough space to help this young lady out. I wasn't willing enough to just say, you know what, you don't need to assist. It's not your job to assist. You need to be doing the little things to assist. You don't give up all this stuff so somebody can abuse and misuse you. Because after a certain point, they think you probably weak at this point. You give up all the goods just because you've known them so long or because they have a certain title in your life. People are not your personal projects. First of all, they don't belong to you. They belong to themselves. Now, if they're giving you, you know, of themselves and they're giving to you, okay. But when you see all these red flags and you continue to assist them, fix them up, drag them, drug them, just, you know, you just keep, come on, get out of that space. Come with me. Every time you going in, you putting on a hazmat suit now you putting on a hazmat suit. And you going in there to help. You going in the drudge and the sludge and the messed up crap that's going on that ain't got nothing to do with you, and you ain't minding your business because you on somebody else's business. Keep you from minding your real business and taking care of what you need to do. Your little personal projects, keeping you from taking care of your business. Her is her business. You gotta understand here that when you taking on other people's business and you minding other people's business and you don't mind your business, how much of that time you think you're gonna get back? More importantly, this person don't give a damn about you. How much time do you think they even think you need to have back? So every time they get in a situation, they already know they can call your ass because you the helper, you the fixer. You just fixing all kinds of shit. Just fixing stuff you don't even need to fix. Emotional fixes. Physical fixes. You giving and you giving and you giving and you drained. Every time you going to see this person, every time you even talk to them on the phone, you feel like somebody then came in and freaking backed up a diesel truck to you and hooked into you. And just drained you. So look, when I'm saying people aren't fixer-uppers, I really know what I'm saying here. So on to another one. So I had this person that I knew. I'm like, I'm her friend. I can't watch her go through this and not help her. You know, I can't do that. I can't idly watch by while she just going through this. I'm thinking I'm helping. Oh boy, did she ever tell me that, you know what, you just needed to mind your own business. If I wanted some help, I'd have asked for some help. I didn't ask you to help me. I didn't ask you to say that you need to be my friend. Who asked you? I ain't asked you nothing. Boy, oh boy, she put me in my helper place. She didn't ask for none of that. And you know what? She was correct. I should have minded my business. Every time I went in to help her and to drag her out of these situations. She didn't want to be out of them situations. She didn't want to be helped. She didn't want my damn help. And what did I do? Still didn't mind my business. And then it took me sitting in a restaurant with this person. This person going off about how they didn't need nobody to be in their business. And I didn't tell you for you to just bring this up at me. And I didn't tell you. I said, you know what? Let me tell you something. When I'm your friend, when you're in pain, this is me being more healthy at this point. I'm seeing you in pain and the only thing I can do for you is to come and say, hey, look, do you need anything? At this point, it was more healthy for me. Because I was like, do you need anything? Is there anything wrong? And at this point, this person had already made it up in their mind that she didn't need nobody help. And whatever she was doing, everybody else just needed to mind their own business. I said, I don't mind minding my business. I can do that. I can do exactly what you said. But when I see somebody damaging you, and you still taking it, and you being damaged, I feel like I should say something to you and let you know that I love you. I'm not trying to hurt you. That person just blasted me in the middle of the goddamn restaurant. The damn waiter came. He was looking like, ooh, what's going on over there? Like literally in the middle of the restaurant. That's when you gonna come out in a closet and tell somebody to mind their own damn business? See, so I just got in my ego. Seen that? That was the perfect place for her to tell me. Because I needed to know that I'm not her fixer-upper. I don't fix her. I'm not her fixer. And I needed to mind my business. And you know what? Guess what I did after that? I minded my business. I took the energy that I was giving out to her and this other person at the same time. These two people were at the same time. I took the energy from that and started putting into me. I put in the energy of work for me. I started doing stuff for me. And even learning from those two situations, I moved all the way from not being their friend, their mom, or, having those kind of titles or whatever we called each other. I moved away from them titles and I started minding my business. Because what was actually happening was I was being drained. And I can only tell you I know this because when I get done doing something for them or talking to them, I feel like somebody literally just sucking the life out of me. Get out your dang on ego, Santara. Like, why you in your ego about this? This ain't about you and your problems. Whatever they problems are around, they don't have nothing to do with you, Santara. Girl, mind your business. People are not your personal pet projects. The 3 Ps. Personal pet projects. People are not your fixers. You do not have to fix anybody. You got to come into something to where when you meet them, you just got to take them for who they are. Like them for who they are. You ain't supposed to be running around here changing people. Who the fuck is you? Who is you to change people? You know who you are to change people. You know who you supposed to only be working on and changing. That's who you're supposed to be working on and changing. Figure out what you don't like about yourself. And don't be ashamed because you done did these things and you done rustled up all this stuff and you done been in your ego. Don't be ashamed for that crap. Everybody going through something. It's called planet Earth for a reason. The 3 Ps, personal pet projects. None of these humans on this planet are your projects. Your children, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your auntie, your homeboy, your homegirl. People that keep showing you that they don't want you to be helping them, assisting them. People that are just sucking you dry. You got money, you got time, you got this. Whatever you got, they're just going to take it, and they don't give an even exchange. And you know they don't. You know they ain't giving you an even exchange. You know you can't call on them for shit. You know you can't say nothing to them about anything that they got going on because they ain't trying to hear you. You're not their mama. You're not their daddy. You're not their man. You're not their woman. And you especially not their child. Coming from a place of experience. To fix up relationships on men folk. I met him, the first one. I figured at this point, based on what I've been learning and what I can see now, I met this one, the first one that I was, thinking I'm loving on. I was more in love with the idea of being in love than loving the person. There was things about the person that I didn't want to accept that I felt like they should change. No, it was not my job, but I made it my job and I made it my business. Even went so far as to marry the person. Married them, and they weren't ready to be married. Neither was I. I made that person my personal pet project. His problems were my problems. His life was my life. I had no life of my own. So when you're living in that state of mind and you're married to something of that kind of state of mind, you're married to the state of mind that you have with the individual. When you're married to that, you're going to do whatever you can, because there's a certain kind of facade that goes behind, fixing something up. It's so everybody can look at it and it look good on the outside. They don't know about all the work you're doing on the inside, how much you done gave and overgiving, spending so much time there, and you had to stop. On to the second one that I'm thinking I'm in love with. Understand that I've never been in love with beings of, like of the opposite sex, because that's what I'm into. So, but I've never been in love with the person. I've been in love with the idea of being in love. Do you know how far you have to come and check with yourself to know that? You gotta understand, like, how far you have to come to know that when you're just in love with the idea of being in love, and that's all you think you know, it's a real mamma jamma when you figure that out. So all this time, you could have been working on you and being in love with you. You forgot about her, and she the most important ingredient in the whole situation. Most important ingredient. So remember, the titles have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I don't care who they are. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care who it is. I don't care who you think, but it don't matter. All that matters is, are you with these people because they're your personal project? You got some type of goal in mind that you need to change about them. You don't like what you see, so you want to change it. If you just do this, if you just move the curtain that way or move the couch that way, it might look better. It ain't going to never look better. When it starts looking better, if you take responsibility for who you are and what you have done, that's the looking better. When you understand that if you don't need to be in this type of abusive relationship, or you're the abuser or they're the abuser, I don't care. Look, you're in an abusive relationship, you need to move on. Move on to loving you. Move on to knowing that people are not your personal pet project. The 3 P's. So, as I often say when I'm thinking about this, take responsibility for who you are. Stand behind who you are. Yes, there's some people that need help. Yeah, and those people are deserving. But there are really some people that don't want your help, don't need your help, manipulating the hell out of you. And you need to understand that. They're just not there. They're just not where you are. And you got them in your personal circle. That's even the more crazier part. Because you trying to pull them in and do something for them. If they ain't asked you to do that, if they ain't came to you and said, I really need some help, stop doing that. Turn what you see in somebody else. It's something about you, something about what you working on and trying to fix that. It's broke. It needs to be put together in you. I was going to say broken, but it ain't broken. You just need to match it back together. So as I say on this most glorious day, enjoy your sun, your scenery, the birds in the air and the water behind me, and that plane overhead. If you got rain, wind, you got snow where you are, just enjoy it. And be encouraged to know that people aren't your personal pet projects. And that you are loved, and all that energy you're putting towards somebody else, Stop wasting the minutes. You know, like how they used to say, you wasting my minutes on the phone. You used to only get so more minutes. You wasting minutes. You wasting my minutes. Why you wasting your minutes? You ain't got to do that. You could not do it. See how far you get. But as I often say, enjoy yourself and have a great day. High vibes and high love, and you know, raise your vibe. Your vibe becomes your tribe. Your tribe is your vibe. And as I always say, on this most great day, enjoy it. And Atma, namaste.